biggest games of the year?
It's definitely a huge tradition for the league to be able to play on Christmas Day. My first time making an appearance on Christmas Day, so I'm super thrilled and honored on such a holiday. You know, so many families are around watching all over the world. You get to do what you love to do. You get to be around your family and also play the game you love to play. So very excited to take part in it.
Playing on Christmas is big. I've been fortunate enough to play on Christmas every year since I've been in the league. And, you know, it's one of the biggest days of the year. And, you know, some people come together, spend time with their families, and get to enjoy some basketball.
I'm truly honored to be able to play on a holiday like that and in front of my family, in front of the home fans, and it's going to be incredible. And I think for us as a team, we're excited. I don't think we've had many Christmas games as the Jazz, so for us to be able to get another one at home, I think it's truly special.
You know, you have a sense of pride. You know how hard it is for NBA teams to get that platform to play on Christmas. And you know, so many greats have played on Christmas as well. So it's a special day, meant to be be celebrated with family. But basketball is such a huge part of our lives now, and to go hoop and hang out with your family throughout the day is even sweeter. So.
Merry Christmas, everyone. LeBron James continues to be hot. James throws it down. Wow. LeBron with a smash on Christmas Day.
They should just stop the game right now.
I think it's great for our fans, you know, to be able to have games on Christmas.
I'm just trying to do my part and show them a little bit of my Christmas spirit.
And another season of the NBA on ESPN is underway.
Let's go! Curry for the record.
We have a liftoff.
Leonard.
Welcome to History presented by State Farm.
That.
Okay, usually my Santa impersonation is a lot better than that. I was a little disappointed in what I just did. It's totally okay.
Can you give it another go?
Okay.
Can you give?
Oh.
That was better. That was better.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to Hoop Streams presented by State Farm. I'm Christine Williamson. That is Skubie Mageza. I am not Santa, luckily, for everybody that's involved in the situation. But we got a very good matchup coming up. Lakers versus the Nets. And I know what I'm looking forward to. Skubie, what are you looking forward to?
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing LeBron James having a chance at becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer on Christmas. I mean, what else could you look forward to?
I mean, what else could you look forward to? You just took my thing. He just took my thing. I mean, this is LeBron's
We should have
16th
talked
time
about this.
playing on Christmas, which is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has a chance to break the record set by Kobe Bryant. It is a huge deal.
But also at the same time, I'm also looking forward to see how the Lakers are going to react after LeBron just flat out said we have no chemistry and this team doesn't know how to play together. So how are they going to react against a Nets team that's missing a lot of players due to COVID-19?
Well, I think that's the biggest thing with the Lakers, right? Like LeBron, when he was talking about that, was talking about the fact that he doesn't even know who the team was, because I believe it was 20 different lineups that the Lakers had gone through. They've had so many different players on the court, so he doesn't really understand exactly what the team has to do. So it makes sense. So hopefully, knowing that the Nets are depleted just as well as the Lakers have been throughout the season, they can figure some things out and maybe get a gift on Christmas Day.
The Nets do get James Harden back today, so we'll see if that will be a nice little boost for them. But at the same time, it is LeBron's day, so let's hope he's aggressive and continues to hoop on Hoop Streams. You know what I mean?
Love that. So this is not obviously the first game of the day. We had plenty of NBA games throughout the entire day. And we will start with the Hawks taking on the Knicks. And this game should be titled Kemba Christmas because this is his fourth game back on the court after struggling for most of November and December. And we saw a spark from Kemba 2 days ago when he dropped 44 points. He came out and was ready to give the gift of buckets, hitting three-pointers and passing the ball like he was Santa himself.
Oh, man, giving out gifts, huh?
You like how I did that?
I like how you did that for sure.
So, yeah, it was definitely Kemba's day. He absolutely balled. Exactly what the Knicks needed on this Christmas day. So, and I love this Julius Randle thing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's go to the second quarter. DeLon Wright uses a screen to shoot a protected three. Wright would drop 20 points on Christmas Day. Then Julius Randle he knew that Kemba could get a triple-double today, and he was like, I'm going to help you out, my guy.
Of course. It's a season of giving.
I love that.
And he just gave us a between-the-legs dunk.
Toppin. I mean, we love when guys flex on people like that. So, obviously, that was a really good game, and Kemba came out absolutely, played the game that he needed to play.
Yeah.
Thibodeau, at one point was like, hey, you're not going to start. Now he absolutely had to go back on that. So what were you impressed with most by Kemba?
Man, it's just been nice to see what Kemba's been able to do, because he just had a 40-point game, and then he comes back and has a triple-double. And the last time he had a triple-double, it's been nearly 7 years since we've seen Kemba have a triple-double on the score sheet. So I was really impressed to see how this team is now responding towards his energy. And the way that they played in this game, 23-pointers, that's the second time in franchise history that they've done that. And it's also the second most three-pointers on Christmas Day. The Knicks are playing lights out, and it was good to see them do it with Kemba, because I'm a Kemba fan.
Right.
I'm from Boston. I saw him at UConn.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
With the step back Bobby Jack. I like to see Kemba hoop. And when they sat him out, it hurt to see a hooper like that, especially from the East Coast, not get his shine. So now that he's back to shining, salute my brother.
And I love that Julius Randle was wired during the game, because you could hear him be like, hey, I got you, bro. Like, what do you need? I got you on the assist. I got you. Hey, if you need boards, I got you. Like, it was an amazing game. All right. This is one of my favorite games on Christmas Day today, because it was a lot of green, just letting the green flow. Celtics taking on the Bucks on Christmas, and Giannis hadn't played since December 12th, but he back, and here he is. He told everybody before that he's not going to do that much. He doesn't have that high expectation.
Oh, what a lie.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have that many high expectations. That's Drew Holiday throwing up a 3, Bucks within 2. Then at 1:30 left, Holiday finds himself under the basket. Oh wait, no, that's Giannis again.
And one, ref.
You got to feed the beast. Here we go. Tatum drives into the lane, gets stripped. Holiday gets the breakaway, but he's blocked by Wesley Matthews. Then Wesley Matthews drills a 3. This was a very close game. I remember getting the notification because I wasn't watching it point for point. And this is exactly the kind of game that you want on Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Tatum.
You thought it was over at one point, but then they just came raging back. Look at this block by Giannis.
It's insane. I absolutely love that he was like, you know what? I have no expectations for myself. It's been a minute since I've played. I was in health and safety protocols, and then he absolutely comes out and goes insane. He acts like the Giannis that we know. So what were you most impressed with by Giannis in this matchup?
17 points in the third quarter is the most points that he's had in the third quarter this season. That right there says he only played about 30 minutes in this game coming off of COVID, and then he drops 36 points. That's absolutely ridiculous. And then the team's response towards Giannis's energy in that second half. The Celtics were up by 19 points. For some reason, the Celtics are terrible every single time they have a large lead this season. This season, they are 1-8 in games decided by 5 points or less as well. So they're not closing out games well, and they're giving up big leads because they've done that multiple times this season. But besides the Celtics, looking at what Giannis was able to do to come back from COVID and ball like that, there's a reason they call him the Freak.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I haven't heard anybody just call him a freak. It's usually Greek freak, but that's why.
Wait, have you ever seen the video where he was like, they call me a freak in the sheets and the streets? You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that? All right, people out there that have seen the Giannis video, drop that.
Let's go on to another matchup. This one between the Warriors and the Suns. We got D-Book taking on Stephen Curry, and Steph Curry came out to absolutely ball here.
Yeah, this game just ended,
He hits a deep 3. Yeah, it just ended. He hits a deep 3 to put the Warriors up 89-87. It was super close. So let's go to 8:15 left in the fourth. Steph Curry again drives into the lane, makes a beautiful reverse layup to give the Warriors a 99-95 lead. Then 7:28 in the fourth, Curry, he hits another deep 3. I feel like the entire game was about this guy right here. 5:10 left, Chris Paul makes a great move toward the bucket and makes it. This was not enough. The Warriors would win 116-108. Steph Curry had 33 points. With the shot boy, obviously very impressive in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the most points he's had on Christmas Day. Steph Curry, I think another game of 40 points. 30 points, excuse me. He's shooting lights out. Steph Curry is clearly the MVP frontrunner in my mind. And to see him ball like this on Christmas Day just makes it more fun to watch Steph Curry step out on the court. And then the Warriors and the Suns. This is a Western Conference preview for what most people are expecting. And that last couple minutes of the game, the Suns are one of the best teams in the league when it comes down to clutch minutes. That's the last 5 minutes. This season, they've won 12 straight games in clutch time and are 12-1 overall in that period. The Warriors were able to hold them down and still get that dub. So that right there shows what the Warriors are capable of, because they've separated themselves from the other pack in the league, because the Suns have been able to put those games away while the Warriors came in and said, nah, we hit a ball. And that's because they got Steph Curry, y'all.
Are you? Was that a bar? That sounds like a bar. I feel like you're a rapper.
Shout out to you for pointing out the bar. I was about to say it's a bar, but
I was like, I don't know if he's trying to rhyme here, but he just did. Okay, so let's take a look at who's been struck by fun, brought to you by Carnival Cruise Line. And we talked about this guy already. Kemba Walker recorded his third triple-double of his career, the first by a Knick on Christmas Day. He's also the 7th player in NBA history to do so on the holiday. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists against the Hawks. So today marked Walker's 4th game back on the court since coach Tom Tibbs was forced to go back on his decision to bench Walker when the Knicks found themselves without any other guard because of injury and COVID-19 breakout. So, I mean, obviously, we talked about this earlier, Kemba. It's Kemba's Christmas, like obviously very impressive in this matchup.
Yeah, it's almost like he's pissed off for greatness. It's sometimes, I know some coaches will say, when you sit a player and you tell him that he can't play, he's learned to appreciate more what it means to be on the court. Right. And his response from that time has been incredible. We said it just recently, and it was Kemba's night. And shout out to him for having such a great game. I'm a huge Kemba fan, so I love to see it. It makes me feel good.
I mean, of course, it always makes you. I mean, for you specifically, if you were a UConn fan. So I did a poll on on Thanksgiving actually, about whether or not people enjoyed NFL Thanksgiving or NBA Christmas more. And the poll ultimately said that people enjoy NBA Christmas more, and I think there's a reason for that. Check out all of these memories.
Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
And on Christmas Day, we're ready to play basketball.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas night basketball, something that started back at Madison Square Garden in 1947.
60 points for Bernard King.
4-on-2, Michael Jordan.
Bryant.
Give him a Christmas present. That's with a big red bow on it.
This is just competition. Embrace it. You're going to kill for these moments 20 years from now.
In transition, Wade finds James. Grab that, put it under your Christmas tree. The long pass and a three-point attack from Kerr. Slaps on Davis for 3. Yes!
Nice Christmas present. Watch this play by Julius Erving.
That was a combination of Michael Jordan, Dr. J, and George Gervin on the same play.
Charles Barkley is having a merry old time on Christmas Day in the NBA.
What a move by Curry.
Look at that move by Bird.
Back to James. And a foul. The Bulls with a chance to win here on Christmas Day. Rose left. Throws in the lane. Rose. Goal. Derrick Rose.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Now let's see if Maravich can stir up the Hawks again. Give him that much room and he'll burn you.
Bryant to the basket. Inside. Oh, what a finish from Bryant. What a spin. Oh, my. Finds Jefferson inside. He throws it down again. Wade kicks it out the box. Throws it down and a foul.
Merry Christmas. Put that in your stocking.
Mason, 3 for the win. Roger Mason. Merry Christmas, San Antonio.
Irving spins, puts up the shot. It's good.
The shot is off. Loose ball. Ewing goes up. The basket counts. Here it is from another angle.
What a win.
We love it. So many good Christmas memes. Those Miami Heat memes just bring back so many. It's like nostalgia. Yes, the memes. But obviously it's Christmas, and the only thing, I mean, growing up, we were very excited about other things on Christmas. So do you have any memories that like stand out to you in your Christmas
Yeah,
time.
we saw the short clip of it. Kyrie's game winner with the Cavaliers when they were going against the Warriors with LeBron. And that rivalry between those two teams was so heated, and they had gone back and forth. And for them to meet on Christmas, it was kind of one of those games where they knew they were going to see each other in the finals. And it meant something to have that game, to see Kyrie hit that shot. It was pretty cool.
Okay, so I told the producer that I was going to tell a story about me finding out that Santa wasn't real. And it was very simple. One day I came downstairs to underneath the Christmas tree, and there was handwriting on the bicycle that my parents had given me because I found out that Santa wasn't real. And the reason I knew it was my parents is because it was my mother's handwriting. And I was like, I'm sorry, Santa has the same handwriting as my mom? And my mom has very distinctive handwriting, so I was like, you couldn't even act like, my mom's probably watching this and like, I remember that day. But yes, Mom, your handwriting is very distinctive. We all knew that you gave me that bike. I was distraught. But I didn't really act like I knew because my brother had been telling me Santa isn't real. And I was like,
of course,
such a
it's
liar.
always like the older brother.
But I was like, this is literally my mom's handwriting. It's totally okay. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Wait, hold on. So Santa's not real, right?
Oh, I was like, is he joking? Okay.
Anyways,
it's now time to walk it out, brought to you by Google Pixel. And this is personally my favorite part of every single game. No, I guess at least the pregame. Because this is underwhelming. I mean, I know that he's trying to do
underwhelming. I like the chains.
Those aren't chains. That's underwhelming. He could have done something so much better if he was going to do that. Nothing else with his outfit has anything to do with Christmas.
I feel like Clay is that
does
type
that say
of guy.
USA?
Yeah.
No, Clay can he can dress. This is just extremely underwhelming. This is also underwhelming. You have a pink and black plaid shirt on for Christmas and then a Santa hat.
I think because the hat has his last name, he felt like this was the part that's going to kill him.
No, that looks ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, I guess the chains are nice. But we can go. Landry Shamet, he actually came through clean.
Yeah, he did it right.
He looks good.
He did it right.
He looks really good.
He looked like going to Christmas. He came back from Christmas dinner or something. You know what I'm saying?
The nudes are always a good Christmas color. If you go with a nice muted color palette, it's a Christmas. This is awful. I'm sorry. Jay Crowder, why do you have on a Chanel hat? What is that? A green shirt? Is it olive green? And then it's a pixie color. It's almost a pink shirt. What? He didn't plan that very
Christine
well.
is cutting today.
I'm sorry. He didn't plan that very well. And then finally we have the king, LeBron James. Like the sneakers. However, I'm concerned about I don't know. It's not.
Did you have a problem with him not buttoning his lower button?
Yeah, it wasn't good. That's not good. But anyways.
If you ever dress around Christine, you better bring your A game.
You just have to absolutely, some of these people just didn't look like they actually planned it. Anyways, for more NBA Christmas Day moments made by the Google Pixel, check out ESPN's Instagram.
Real quick, I gotta shout you out.
Better than that.
I gotta shout you out for those boots because, hey,
see,
she knows what she's talking about.
You have to come correct every single day, okay? Anyways, you're watching Hoop Streams. Nets versus Lakers coming up in just a little bit. It's the Lake Show's 23rd consecutive year playing on Christmas. James Harden and the Nets, the number one team in the East, have gone 11-3 away from home this season. We'll see who has the upper hand in just a little bit. Now, it's time to challenge your assumptions, brought to you by State Farm. So there were a lot of assumptions going into this NBA season, and I feel like some of them were right. I mean, they made sense for us to have these assumptions. The first one, the Russell Westbrook trade will bring the Lakers another ring. So how do you feel about where we stand with this assumption?
Well, they lost by 28 to the Spurs in their last game. Right now, they're under 500 after 33 games. It's looking like they need to do a lot more than just Russell Westbrook. So that assumption, it ain't hitting.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, the fact that the Lakers have had over 20 starting lineups. Things just haven't been going it just hasn't been consistent in LA. And I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, they hope that Russell Westbrook would come and fill a piece, but there's been a lot of moving parts in LA in general. So I feel like that's kind of why that assumption is kind of crumbling, maybe just a little bit.
The consistency is just not there. And in basketball, you need that consistency.
Exactly.
You need that chemistry in order to flow on the court.
Right, which is exactly what LeBron was talking about. All right, another assumption, Ben Simmons will come around in Philly. And I don't know why people were assuming this because, I mean, what we saw during the offseason did not indicate that he would be happy in Philadelphia ever. So how do you feel about where we're standing right now with this one?
Oh, yeah, this is most definitely not happening, in my opinion. One of my good friends, Harrison Sanford, he does a podcast with Danny Green. And Green said on his that Simmons is that type of guy that has, his crowd, his clique that gives him his advice. He kind of keeps to himself, and he didn't see him coming back to the team after what they had said during that playoff run. So this is no surprise to me.
I mean, you can never be a person that's going to openly not be happy to be somewhere and then expect your relationship to be okay, especially if we all know what happened at the end of the season last year. I don't think that it can ever be okay. I don't care how many conversations you guys have. Would like to make a note that trade talks regarding Simmons have gained momentum in recent days, according to Woj. Okay. The next one is my cousin, Zion Williamson. Will heal, and is still the player we thought and hoped he would be. How do you feel like we are? Where are we with this assumption?
Man, I really hope so. I really, really hope so. I'm just going to, it is the season of being jolly. I'll say he'll heal, but I don't know if he'll be what we hoped he would be.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we had a conversation about this a few weeks ago. And my thing with Zion is, okay, let's just go to us as regular people. When it comes to my health, I can do so much because, I'm privileged enough to go to Pilates. Yeah, exactly. I can do a lot of things, but if I want to take care of my body, I can. Zion Williamson is Zion Williamson. So I feel like the level in which he can take care of his body is obviously a lot more than the regular average person. And I feel like the fact that we're not seeing him heal is not only a result of the fact that he is injury prone, but also, don't shoot me, the fact I don't know if he's really committed and ready to be the player that the expectations we put on him were.
And
you know what I mean?
And to your point, Kobe Bryant has a lot of videos on the internet that circulate from him giving great advice. And one of them, he was talking about how when he came into the league, he had a different puzzle. Everybody has a different puzzle. AI had his own puzzle, Michael Jordan had his own puzzle, and Kobe had his own puzzle. And they had to figure it out in order to be the player that they wanted to be.
Right.
Everybody has different pieces and different ways you need to be able to put this puzzle piece together. So Kobe simply said, figure out your puzzle.
Right.
You have your puzzle in front of you, and it's not Zion's fault that he's injury prone. It's not Zion's fault that he's in this situation with this team that may not have that veteran leadership, but it's his responsibility to make sure that his health is in the right place. It's his responsibility to make sure that his body will be prepared to be able to play.
Right. That's my cousin, though, so we still love him.
Hit him up, bro.
He's not really my cousin. I just say that because his last name is Williamson. Anyways, so if you guys don't know, Staples Center is no longer called Staples Center. It's called Crypto.com Arena. So it made us want to go. No, that's kind of weird. It made us want to go take a look back at all the best moments from the Staples Center.
1 million square feet of absolute splendor. It's the Staples Center. Bryant to shot. The LA Sparks are the new champions of the WNBA. She's been the best player in the world since '96.
Rebound O'Neal, coming up short. Ori for the win.
Oh, you heard it. You can't see me. My knuckle pow.
The whole night just kind of felt like a blur. It just kind of felt like it was just in a, almost like a trance almost.
81-point game. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
Kobe Bryant has hit a shot at the buzzer.
Kobe calling. Jump pass to Artest. Fires a three. He got it!
The Lakers have won back-to-back NBA championships.
Ahead for Clifford. Now the right wing for
for a shot, save, rebound, score! The Los Angeles Kings have won the 2014 Stanley Cup.
You see he's limping, he's hurt, he can't even explode off of that leg.
And the Clippers have ripped the heart out of the Spurs.
For the final time, number 24, Kobe Bryant.
60. One of the great farewell performances.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, we now welcome in our guy, Santa Perk, to preview the Lakers-Nets matchup. But before we get to that, I just want to point out that Kendrick Perkins completely understood the assignment on Christmas Day because you got the red suit on, the green tie, you got some J's on. Like, the outfit came correct on Christmas Day.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The big fella was a little nervous. I went outside my comfort zone. I said, you know what? Let me see what this do. I'm a rock it. Hey, it's either gonna be a hit or a miss. And Christine gave me the stamp, so I'm all right today.
I'm telling you,
it's a HIT.
It's hitting. It's hitting for sure. Okay, so we were just talking about Staples Center, and I want to ask you, because obviously you played there. It's now Crypto.com Arena. How long is it going to take you to start calling it that and not Staples Center?
Probably the rest of my life, because I played, I had so many memories there for us being in the finals, playing against the Lakers, that whole rivalry with the Celtics, Lakers. And it's just every time you pull up, it as the Staples Center. So, just like anything else, especially a guy like me that has an old soul, it's going to take a while for me to call it the Crypt. You see what I'm saying? I'm already messing up. I don't want to, because look, I don't want to call it the Crypt Center, because you know how it is in LA.
That's what I was saying the other day. You get a little gangster if you start calling it that.
Don't call it that. Don't call it that.
All right, so for the game tonight, the Nets, they're on the top of the East. They're 21-9, but they are missing 13 players due to COVID-19. What Nets team do you expect to see tonight?
A Nets team that's gonna get a spanking. I feel like tonight is gonna be a night that the Lakers come out and win in great fashion. Matter of fact, the Lakers should win in great fashion after being embarrassed by the San Antonio Spurs. I just feel like, due to all this, James Harden coming out of the COVID protocol, they had too many guys out. They didn't get enough time to work out or even attempt to practice. And so the Lakers should take full advantage of this tonight, especially at home on Christmas, prime time. The Lakers have zero excuses not to win in great fashion.
Yeah. Okay, so I like that you say that. However, earlier today you did say that this Lakers team was pathetic and that this is the worst team that you feel like LeBron has ever had.
Receipts.
Last week, LeBron was like, I don't even know who this team is. So do you expect the Lakers to be able to turn the season around?
Hey, look, I don't think that they're going to turn the season around. Like, here's the thing. The expectations for the Lakers is obviously championship. But if the Lakers don't reach the finals, they will be one of the biggest disappointments in NBA history. And so when I look at the Western Conference right now, it's 4 teams that I can name off the top of my head that will beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. That's the Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, Memphis Grizzlies, and the Utah Jazz. So right now, when I'm looking at the Lakers and they're doing uncharacteristic things, it has nothing to do with chemistry. Some of it just is who they are.
All right, so we saw Steph Curry break that record, the 3-point record. It was a great night. And tonight, we have a chance to see if LeBron can reach a milestone as well as becoming the all-time leading scorer on Christmas and surpass Kobe Bryant. Are we going to get this present on Christmas? What are your thoughts on LeBron maybe giving us something to look back on and remember this day as a special one?
Oh, he's going to do it. One thing about LeBron, he may say he don't know these milestones or whatever the case may be. He walked into the arena with this on his mind. I look for him to be aggressive. I look for him to actually break that record tonight and reach another point of greatness in his career. He's going to do it. Here's the thing. LeBron James, it's not him that hasn't been playing well. His team hasn't been playing well. If you want to be honest, LeBron James actually been playing like an MVP type candidate. So when I look at Bron going into tonight, 1, he's going to break the record. 2, I feel like he knows he loves this type of stage, and so he's going to will the Lakers to victory.
All right, so I guess that means that the Lakers are going to win. Scooby, you got the Lakers winning?
I'm going to go ahead and give him a dub.
All right.
Yeah.
What if I just say the Nets?
But they still pathetic.
Just
they still pathetic.
Lakers are pathetic.
Yeah.
However, they will still win tonight. Okay.
Yeah, they'll win. Yeah.
Santa Perk, thank you so much for joining us and for bringing all of the Christmas swag to Hoop Streams today. You look just like you fit the bill.
I heard y'all. Look, I had to come on because I heard y'all was jamming the Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Christmas Carol. Yeah. Like that's the vibe I like. I don't want to hear NBA Young Boy and Lil Baby. Give me some R&B.
Wait, okay, so speaking of like throwbacks and stuff like that, teaching the next generation what is good music and not, like, what did you get your kids for Christmas?
You know what? Both of my boys wanted the pair of Jordans, right?
Of course,
okay.
I don't know where that came from. I guess they starting to mimic me a little bit, and then they wanted me to upgrade their shoes. I mean their iPhone. So I got them a new iPhone. And then my 5-year-old twins. It's not hard to please them. You just go get them a lot of big toys. They don't even have to be expensive.
Exactly.
Just big boxes, and they think the world of it.
My parents asked me what I wanted for my first Christmas, the first Christmas that I could talk, and I told them I wanted a balloon and a cupcake, and my dad was like, we should just get her a bunch of balloons and a bunch of cupcakes. But they didn't. They got me actual gifts. But I mean, like you said, you're not hard to please when you're a child.
It doesn't take much for a little kid.
But look, ask me what they got for their daddy.
Oh no, what did they get you?
Love, right?
They didn't get nothing. Yeah, just a whole lot of Merry Christmas, Daddy. We love you. But that's cool enough.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Well, thanks so much, Perk. This is our you gave us this Christmas gift of being on Hoop Stream, so thanks.
For
We'll see you
sure,
soon.
man. It's a vibe.
Thanks.
And don't you guys ever say that we didn't give you anything for Christmas, because this is our gift to you. Hoop Streams presented by State Farm. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a very Merry Christmas. Oh,
there it is. That was better.
I know, I needed to warm up a little bit.